Alright, so what's up, fam? It is the 5th, no, the 6th, Saturday, February, it's like the 6th, I think. Anyway, I'm on my way from Florence, Alabama, or less Florence, Alabama, to Dayton, Tennessee. It's like northeast of Chattanooga, by like 30 minutes maybe. And we're going to look at a baby Burgman, a Suzuki Burgman 200. This thing is 2014. It has 1,000 miles on it. The thing looks spotless, brand new in the pictures, like showroom condition. Not a speck of dust on this thing in the pictures they took. It looks perfect. It has the Suzuki matching top case on the rear, which is like a few $100 add-on option, I'm sure. And they're only asking $2,900. So message the woman's like, anybody else on the way? Because I'll be coming from a long ways off. She's like, no. Like, all right. I'll be there tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. So, about a 3-hour drive. It's 6:25 a.m. Got a chicken biscuit, gonna settle in. And we'll see what happens when I get there.
Alright, so what's up, guys? I got the Burgman, and I decided to ride it to work today. But I'll end up doing a more proper review video of this. It's just gonna be my work commuter. Regardless of how you feel about the political situation, it seems inevitable that fuel prices are going to go up. So with that in mind, that's the whole reason I purchased this thing, to commute on. So saying all that to say this, it's not going to, most likely not going to be a huge staple in the channel or anything. Not going to be making a ton of content on it. It's just going to be for me to commute to work on. So maybe some oil change videos, or some kind of maintenance videos, because there really isn't that much Burgman 200 content. When I was looking at getting one of these, I was YouTubing and Googling. I didn't find that much. So there may be some stuff sprinkled here and there throughout, but the channel content is not turning into scooter specific things. That's what we have a DR350 for. We're going to still be doing off-road things. But if you're interested in knowing more about the Burgman, let me know, and I will let you know my thoughts, opinions, how I feel about it, things I've learned as time goes on, or just try to answer general questions as they arise. So but yeah, I ended up getting it. I meant to take way more pictures and maybe even a video while I was looking at it, and I meant when I stopped on my way home to get gas, I meant to take a picture of it strapped on the trailer, because it is very weird and odd how you have to strap one of these down, because there's so much body work in the way and so many body panels in the way of where you would conventionally strap. So that in and of itself is a chore worth its own video, and I couldn't find a video or pictures or anything prior to going to look at the bike to even get an idea for how I was going to have to strap it down. And I did have to get fairly creative. So that is one video I may try to make. I wish I had just made it and took pictures while I had it on the trailer. But I digress. But either way, like I said, we're not turning into full-on scooter content. It's just a commuter and a grocery getter. Man, not to be sexist, but you don't see that many women roofers. But that was a woman roofer. And so yeah, if you got any questions about it, like I said, there will be some content sprinkled in to some degree. Maybe a review video and some how-to videos on it. But like I said, it's not going to become the staple of the channel or anything. So nothing to worry about there. So anyway, one more thing I'd like to add on my commute home. I reset the mile per gallon counter when I left work. My trip from work to where I just stopped and got gas was 24 miles and change. And when I pulled in, I had been getting an average of 74 miles to the gallon, and that is at speeds in between 65 and 75. I occasionally hit 75 for a brief moment. It's mostly between 65 and 70. So at highway speeds, I'm getting 74 miles to the gallon. Now, I filled up and I also reset the counter, and I'm going to see what I get on this 55 mile per hour highway over a distance of about 6 to 7 miles. But I'm just going by the real-time readout on the dash, the real-time mile per gallon average. So it's going to have the error calculated into it of the odometer. So the odometer, the speedometer is going to be slow. I have my phone in the glove box recording GPS speed. So right before I turn off this highway, I'm going to speed up to 70 miles an hour, which will be the fastest I get. I'm running at 60, and I'm getting 76 miles to the gallon. I'm going to speed up to 70, and then hold it for just a split second. That way we can verify the top speed on the GPS to the speedo. Then we can adjust that amount of error and recalculate the miles per gallon based on that. So if the odometer, I'm guessing the odometer is going to have around 8% error in it. So when I eventually do speed it up to 70 miles an hour, I suspect I'll be doing 65. So we'll see. We'll do all that momentarily. Alright, here we go. I'm going to let her creep down this hill up to 70 because I don't want to influence my mile per gallon and my 60 mile per hour speed. So, come on, 68, 69. Oh, it's going to make me get in the throttle just a little bit. There's 70 on the nose. And we was there for long enough, so didn't really kill my fuel economy, but I had to kind of twist on it a little bit. So at 60 miles an hour, give or take 5 miles an hour, as traffic and terrain get in your way, 80 miles to the gallon. Don't know if you can see that. 80.8 miles to the gallon. Across a distance of 6 miles. Alright. Well, I'd stop to check the mail. Let's ridiculous gloves. Max speed 65. So at 70 miles an hour we were going 65. So my brain's not a calculator, but that's a about an 8% difference, I think, because 10% would be 7 miles an hour off. So maybe 8%. And across 6 miles, it only comes out to 0.05 of a mile difference. Granted, the dash can only give it to me in tenths. So we will crunch those numbers in a second and see what all that means. Give a quick overview of it real quick. Now this thing is absolutely spotless. I rode it to work the last 2 days, and other than my dirty footprints on the floorboards, I mean, she is clean. 2014, only had 1,075 miles. Has the Suzuki factory top case. It's big enough to hold a full-size helmet without the helmet even coming close to making contact. Well, I say that. I can put my gloves on top of my helmet and still close it, so there's some amount of room. So we've got that. And then go ahead and lock that. These things are locked. Even though it's a Suzuki brand,
and brand in quotation, like air quotes. They're still made by the same cheap company. And we've got a plethora of underseat storage, so much so that you can fit actually 2 full-size helmets in here, and still have room for like gloves and stuff. And then the seat is also still recessed, so if something is taller than the rim here, to within reason, it'll still fit under here. It's hard to like gauge depth, but it's deep. It's 41 liters, which is like 11 gallons maybe. So yeah, she's got plenty of storage. Great for what I'm using it for, riding to and from work. Already had a battery tender installed. Dude gave me the plug-in portion of the battery tender, the actual battery charger, and also, like I said, has the top case with the Suzuki rear rack to match. And you've got a little cubby hole there, big enough to hold a phone. You've got a glove box here with a 12 volt, and I've installed a double USB, and that socket is only hot when the key's on, so you can leave it plugged in all the time. That's fantastic. Another portion of glove compartment over here, and then it looks like you've got a third glove compartment. That's the fuse box. Blinkers are kind of goofy looking, but I guess not nearly as goofy as if they were actual stalks hanging off. So it is a pretty slim profile, even though it kind of looks bulbous in this video. Seat is massive. I mean, just massive, ridiculously massive, almost off-putting. It's so large just to look at. Don't even look right. But yeah, there she is. More videos to come if you're interested in those. If you're not interested in those, and skip right on past them. That's not going to be the bulk of my content, like I mentioned earlier in the video. And yeah, more to come soon. More deal sport riding to come soon as it warms up and quits raining. The 2 warmest days we've had in the last couple months were yesterday and today. So I took that opportunity to ride to work. And by the time I get home, you can see it's fairly dusky outside. So as soon as we get some good weekend days, we'll be back on the DR350. Probably go to West Point, hit some trails, do something cool. So catch y'all next time.